Hey, how's it? This is the Foundation coming at you with the Cowboys versus Giants video. You know who I'm rolling with. I'm rolling with the Cowboys. So Cowboys go to New York this Monday night against the Giants, freshly off a bye. Some guys with lingering injuries, some guys with um with nagging injuries. So they got the rest that they needed and all that. Cowboys didn't stay quiet though. They got Michael Bennett from the New England Patriots for a conditional pick. The only negative thing, because every time this kind of things come around, is always like, okay, who's going? Please nobody screw up, please, or please not be bad. And it's not was not bad, but it's not a good look. Is that Antoine Woods and Tristan Hill, two defensive tackles, was sent home from practice because they were tardy and all that. And especially it's not a good look for Tristan Hill because of of the how the draft went out, and stuff like that. Some guys, a lot of guys, including me, had different players in mind, but they went with him, and so the impatience is there. The impatience is very strong right now. It's like you better prove my Marinelli right because it's like that. Um, the Giants, they also didn't stay quiet as well too. They got Leonard winning from the Jets, and and hopefully that improves their defense and everything. So the biggest difference between the matchups is we didn't have Robert Quinn, but we didn't play Daniel. I mean, we didn't play against Daniel Jones as well too. So you know, so it's gonna be a little bit different. Daniel Jones, the approach is, Daniel Jones is a little bit more athletic. He wants to run outside the pocket. He wants to get, hopefully get some first downs and try to build his confidence and all that kind of stuff. So we gotta make sure we don't do that. Golden Tate, who was another guy who was in a fact, who wasn't playing in the first game. He has he has a lot of games to, he has been successful against the Cowboys. So we gotta stop him. Um, and he's looking like he's becoming a security blanket and all that for Daniel Jones. So and finally the number one priority, stopping Saquon. If it wasn't for the Cow, if it wasn't for the Cowboys' furious offensive explosion, in that first game, Saquon Barkley could have a huge game, and it's not like it was anything that he did or anything like that. The Giants' offensive line was run blocking really well. Plus, we were making a lot of mental errors too. So guys getting out of gaps and all that, and then missed tackles. So we gotta clean up that stuff. So control more the offensive line. I mean the line of scrimmage, and when you hit Barkley, tackle him and make sure you're in the right area because if you make a mistake, he has the potential of taking it to the house. So the Cowboys, again, the anthem is gonna start up again. Start early, make Daniel Jones think, take the crowd out of it, make Daniel Jones think like, oh my goodness, I gotta, I cannot I gotta stay pace, and get him out of his comfort zone and all that. Um, whether it be leaning, and then you can, and if you get the score early, then you can do whatever you need to do. Maybe a little bit chillier. Maybe you can see a lot more Pollard, with Zeke in that combination. So we can use them in the variety of ways. And then Cooper, like use his extreme, extreme good, route running, and then he doesn't have to go 15-20 yards down the field. He can take the short ones, and he does, and he's a good enough playmaker to make a play or two. And also Cobb had a pretty good game the last time. So if we can continue to use him and everything like that. Like I said, Robert Quinn was the only guy that wasn't the different. I mean, yes, obviously Michael Bennett, but Nate Solder has been struggling. So hopefully Robert Quinn can take advantage of that. Jordan Lewis, he's getting more playing time. Anthony Brown, has been getting has still not fully healthy. So Jordan Lewis got to take advantage. He's got to continue to play well, and then when Anthony Brown's ready to come back, he can have that smaller plate. Like he does well when it's small, but when it's big, when it's a bigger responsibility, he struggles. So hopefully that'll help out Anthony Brown as well too. You know, in these games, you know, it's very, you know, some people saying like, you know, this, you know, we the Giants suck and all that. Division games is always a premium. You know, number one goal, win the division, get your automatic ticket to the playoffs and everything like that. So we gotta stay ahead of the division. We have another opportunity to sweep the Giants, you know, so we can get that going, and then you know you can control your your division again, or continue to control your division, and yeah, so all right, that's my video. Mahalo for watching. Paniolo boys, who you with? You know who I'm with. I'm with the Dallas Cowboys.